Have you ever heard of Ibn Battuta?
Oh, absolutely. Ibn Battuta was one of the greatest travelers of all time. He was a Moroccan explorer who traveled more than 75,000 miles during the 14th century, way before modern transportation.
That's incredible. I always thought Marco Polo was the big name in exploration back then. What made Ibn Battuta's travels so special?
Well, what sets Ibn Battuta apart is that he didn't just visit places, he lived in them. He traveled for almost 30 years, starting in 1325 when he was just 21. His journey began as a pilgrimage to Mecca, but he didn't stop there. He went on to explore North Africa, the Middle East, India, China, and even parts of sub-Saharan Africa.
That's quite the journey. I can't even imagine traveling that far without modern transportation. How did he manage?
He traveled by foot, camel, and ship, often joining caravans for safety. But his journey wasn't just about sightseeing. He was also a scholar and a judge, so he often found work wherever he went. He met rulers, visited famous cities like Cairo, Damascus, and Delhi, and documented all the different cultures he encountered.
Did he write all his adventures down? How do we know so much about his travels?
Yes, he did. When he finally returned home, the Sultan of Morocco asked him to dictate his adventures, which were then compiled into a book called Rihla, or The Journey. This book is an invaluable source of information about the medieval world, capturing details about the people, cultures, and geography of the places he visited.
So, he was like a travel blogger of the 14th century. What was the most surprising place he visited?
One of the most surprising was the Kingdom of Mali in West Africa. Ibn Battuta was fascinated by their wealth, the justice system, and how they valued education. He even met Mansa Musa's successor, which gave him a first-hand look at one of the richest empires of the time.
That's amazing. It's like he connected the world through his travels. But I bet it wasn't always easy.
Definitely not. He faced countless dangers, including shipwrecks, bandits, and political turmoil. He even got sick and was caught in wars. But through it all, he kept moving, driven by his curiosity and faith.
Ibn Battuta's story is so inspiring. It's incredible how much of the world he saw, and how he brought back knowledge that would have otherwise been lost to time.
Exactly. Ibn Battuta reminds us that travel is not just about places, it's about people, cultures, and stories. And even centuries later, his journey still inspires the spirit of exploration.
Thanks for sharing. Now I really want to read The Journey myself.
You should. It's like taking a trip around the medieval world through his eyes. Who knows, maybe it'll inspire your own adventures.